So when you are ready, I want you to put 2 blocks at the top of your mat, and you are going to find yourself, first of all, in a wide leg child's pose. If you want to, you could place a blanket underneath your knees, just to protect your knees, especially if you're on hard floor. And let's begin. So keeping the weight back towards the heels, you're going to start to walk the arms forward and let the elbows bend and drop the forehead down onto your mat. First of all, just beginning to drop down into your body. So taking some nice big breaths in through your nose. Nice long exhales out through your nose. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath. Inhale. And nice long exhale. Inhale, press into the hands, lifting the head up, come onto all fours. And knees are directly below the hips, hands are directly below the shoulders. And we want to have the index finger or the middle finger pointing forward. You're going to wrap the triceps back so that you can feel some activation through the shoulders and the side of the body. Engage deep into the belly. You're going to curl the toes under and you're going to pick the knees up off the floor, 1/2 inch. Now when you're here, really engage through the sides of the body, okay? So nice and strong, deep into the core, and just holding, pressing the floor away. Keep wrapping the triceps, elongate through the sides of the waist, and hold for 3. This is quite a long hold. For 2. And 1, drop the knees down and curl the toes. Press the bum back again. Find yourself into child's pose. And again, nice big breath in through your nose. Nice long exhale out. Nice big breath in. Nice long exhale out. Inhale, come back up onto all fours. And again, we're keeping the hands directly below the shoulders, knees directly below the hips. Okay, so keeping a really nice core engagement. So make sure you're not sinking or dropping into the lower back. You want to feel almost like your tailbone is reaching back behind you, and you can feel like a zip from the pubic bone up towards the navel, so you can feel your core activate. Again, wrapping the shoulders down the back, engaging through the side body, keeping yourself nice and sturdy here. We're going to start to extend the left leg away and start to extend the right arm forward. You can use your hand onto your block if it's there. And then release. And we're going to do the same on the other side. So right leg's going to extend away, left leg is going to reach forward. So resist the temptation to hang out in the hips or the shoulders. Keep nice and strong through the core of the body and really engage deep into that core. And then swap sides. Okay, left leg back, right arm forward. And again, we're going to alternate. Right leg back, left arm forward, and then come back through the center. So you can use that as an alternative, or you're going to extend the left leg back and the right arm up. And then we're going to swap sides. Okay, so left arm forward, right leg back. And again, keeping the leg nice and taut as well. So hugging the muscles close to the body. And then alternate. Right leg back, left arm forward. Okay, we're going to do one more set. Left arm back, right arm forward. And again, right leg back, left arm forward. Come back onto all fours, keeping the toes curled under. You're going to start to press your bum back towards downward facing dog. So downward facing dog, we want the hands as wide as the shoulders, if not a bit wider if you need to. Again, index fingers or middle finger points forward. Wrap the triceps towards each other to free up the back of the neck. Activate through the lats and the side body, and then drop the head down. Press the belly back towards the thighs and start to reach the bum back towards the back of the room, and then pedal your legs. So as you pedal, you want to feel like you're getting a little bit of a stretch through the backs of the hamstrings, maybe even into the calves. You're nice and steady through your arms, nice and strong through the core of the body, keeping the breath even as you draw the breath in through the nose. If you need to exhale the breath out the mouth, allow yourself to do that. And then rise up onto both tiptoes, and as you exhale, start to reach the heels down towards the floor. Don't worry if your heels don't touch, don't overstretch, just have the sensation of stretch through the backs of the legs and the whole back body. Again, engaging through the quadriceps, so picking up the kneecaps. And then we're going to shift the weight onto the left leg. You're going to lift the right leg high. And then we're going to pull the right knee to the nose, pulling the shoulders forward of the wrists. And then exhale, send the leg back. Take an inhale there. And then exhale, knee in towards the nose. And then send the leg back. Inhale there. Exhale, knee towards the nose. And then send the leg back. And exhale, swap sides. So drop the right foot, be on the ball of the right foot. Okay, don't force the heel down. Active engagement through the right leg. Keep pressing the floor away with the hands. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, send it back. Exhale again, knee to nose. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, send it back. And exhale, release the left foot down towards the floor. Okay, looking forward towards your hands. Keep the shoulders away from the ears, so keep wrapping the shoulders down and around the back, and start to walk the feet towards the top of the mat. Just as far forward as you can go. Hands come onto the blocks. Lift the heart up halfway. So when you're lifting halfway, we want to feel like the tailbone is reaching back, the crown of the head is reaching forward. We're active through the arms because we're still pulling the shoulders down the back, keeping the back of the neck long. And then as you exhale, you're going to fold yourself over your legs. Inhale again to lift. Each time you can feel the hamstrings lengthen more. Exhale again to fold. One more time. Inhale to lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lift again halfway. Keeping the hands on the blocks, we're going to shift the weight onto the left foot and the right leg is going to rise up. And we're going to come into a standing split, but we've got the hands on the blocks. We're lengthening the spine. And again, we're rooting down through that standing leg and foot. At the same time, we want to hug the muscles close to the body. Then you're going to bend the left knee, send the right leg back, and you're going to find yourself, you can pull your blocks back into a lunge position. Once we're here, keep the knee and the ankle stacked. Keep the back leg active. Hug the hips in towards each other, so you're squaring your hips. Then inhale, rise the upper body up. Hands can come to the waist. It's nice and active through those legs, okay, because you're going to feel your legs. We want to feel the legs root down as the muscles pull in and the spine lifts up. Take an inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Take a hold of the right wrist, press the palm up, exhale the upper body over to the left. Keep squaring the hips, keep really hugging that right thigh in towards the bones. And then inhale back through the center. Exhale, hands are going to come down. Walk the blocks forward, come back into a warrior 3 position, and then lower the right foot down towards the floor. Fold yourself over your legs. Inhale again, lift halfway. Exhale, shift the weight to the right foot, lift the left leg high. Not so high that we're kind of forcing the upper body down and forward. We want to keep the arms straight, lengthen the spine forward, lift the left leg, and then micro bend in the right knee as you step back to find your lunge position, pulling the blocks back, finding stability through the legs first by hugging the hip bones in. Press down through the front foot, down through the ball of the back foot. Inhale, hands onto the waist. When you're ready, inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Take a hold of the left wrist, press the palm up towards the sky. Exhale the upper body over to the right. Again, keep hugging those hip bones in. Resist the urge to let the hips swing out and open. And inhale back through the center. Exhale, hands come down onto the blocks. Shift the weight forward into that front leg, back into that warrior 3 position. Adjust your blocks accordingly. And then lower that left leg down. Folding yourself over the legs. This time catch a hold of the elbows. Let the upper body just hang and dangle, but keep that lower belly nice and strong. One more breath. When you're ready, hands back onto the blocks. Inhale again, lift halfway. Shift the weight to the left leg. Inhale, lift the right leg. Finding that warrior 3 position. Now as you exhale, you're going to step the right foot back. And you're going to spin the back heel down towards the mat. So take the foot a little bit wider. So take that right foot a little bit wider. Make sure it's not behind the front left heel. Then we're going to inhale, hands to hips. And you're going to feel this through that back right calf, right? You will feel a stretch there. So just be very mindful of that. And inhale, sweep the arms out and up. And find warrior 1 and breathe. Take another breath. Exhale, bring the hands back onto the hips. Now you're going to turn and pivot on the ball of the back right foot. Okay, and as you pivot, you're going to feel your right hip drop down further forward, so the hips are even more square to the top edge of the mat in that high lunge position. And then we're going to bring the hands back down onto the blocks, shift the weight forward, back into warrior 3, and exhale, release the right leg down. And fold yourself over your legs. Inhale again, lift halfway. Shift the weight to the right foot. Inhale, left leg rises. Warrior 3. Exhale, step the left foot back. Drop the heel down. Inhale, hands to hips. Warrior one position. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. And again, hold here. So you're building strength in the legs. And take one more breath. Exhale, bring the arms back down, hands to waist. Pivot on the back left foot. And again, shift the weight forward. Hands to blocks, finding warrior three. Heart stays lifted. And exhale, release the left leg down. And fold yourself again back over your legs. You can catch a hold of each elbow, shake your head out, get rid of tension through your face. And again, inhale, hands to blocks, lift the heart halfway. Exhale, shift the weight to the left foot. Inhale, lift the right leg high. Warrior three. Exhale, again, bend in the left knee, right foot steps back. And this time we're going to come into warrior two position. So I want you to turn your right toes out ever so slightly, a little bit more. Keep your left toes pointing forward. Okay, so you've got two heels in one line. Then we're going to inhale, hands to waist, and we're going to turn the chest to the long edge of the mat, so the right long edge of the mat. Now when we do that, I want you to feel your right hip drops down and forward slightly, and that's going to keep the left knee in line with your toes and make sure the knee doesn't wander in, okay? So we want left knee in line with toes. Right hip down and forward. Hips are at right angles. Now we're going to turn and open the chest out, but keep the hips exactly where they are. So we're starting to turn and spiral the chest towards the long edge of the mat. And now bring the arms wide, nice and long, active through the arms. Look down the left hand. And again, you're going to feel it deep in those legs. So breathe in nice and steady. Hold in for 3. 2, and 1. Now again, to bring the hands onto the hips as we exhale. You're going to pivot on the ball of the back right foot and square the hips to the top edge of your mat. Shift the weight forward, find in warrior 3, and then exhale. Release the right leg down, fold yourself over your legs. This time we're going to come up to standing. So inhale, sweep the arms out and up, nice and strong through the core of the body. Reach out through the arms. Bring the palms together, look up to the thumbs. And then exhale, bring the arms down by your side. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Look up to your thumbs. Exhale, swan dive the body down. Nice flat back as you go. Nice strong legs, strong core. Hands to the backs of the legs this time. Look towards your belly. Inhale, hands back onto the blocks. Lift up halfway. Exhale, shift the weight onto the right foot, lift the left leg, and then exhale, step the foot back. And look down at your heels, make sure you've got 2 heels in one line. Press firm into the feet, engage the legs, inhale, hands to waist. Left hip is dropping down and slightly forward. So even though it's a hip opener, we're not trying to press the hips out and open. Because if we do that, we're going to lose the alignment of the front knee and overstretch the back hip and torque the front knee. So we want to let that left hip drop down and forward, and we're going to instead turn the torso. So turning from the thoracic part of the spine to open the chest out, reach out through the arms, and then look down the right hand. And you're going to feel this around the pec, right? Because we're turning the chest open and the hips are at right angles and stationary. Pressing down through those legs, and at the same time hugging the muscles close to the bones. And again, holding for 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hands back onto the hips. Turn and pivot on the back foot. The hips are facing the front. We're going to shift the weight forward, hands to blocks. Again, warrior 3 position. And then exhale, release the left leg down and fold yourself over your legs. Inhale, rise all the way up. Bring the palms together, look up. And then exhale, bring the arms down by your side, standing nice and tall. Okay, so from this position, I'm going to turn around and face you, but you can stay facing the top edge of your mat. You're going to shift the weight back onto the left leg. And then you're going to externally rotate the right foot. But when you're doing this, you're doing it actually from the hip joint. So we are turning from that hip joint. So the right foot turns out. You're going to drag the foot back towards the inner seam of the left ankle. Okay, so this is first position for standing tree. Now, second position is to take the foot to the inner calf. And hold there, maybe bring the hands together into prayer. Find a spot to focus on just in front of you, but on the floor. A spot that does not move. Don't look directly down because you'll fall and lose your balance. So a little bit further forward in front of you. Press the palms together, shoulders roll back. Then we're going to release the arms down, take a nice big inhale and sweep the arms up. Take a hold of the left wrist again, press the palm up and take a little side bend over to the right. And you're going to feel this down that left side of your body. And then inhale back up. Exhale, pull the hands back down. You can pull them into prayer. And then right knee forward, right leg releases. We're going to do the same on the other side. Shift the weight back onto the right foot. Externally rotate the left hip. Drag the foot back towards the heel. Okay, so first position is here. If you feel steady and stable, you're going to bring the foot to the calf. Bring the hands to prayer. Press the palms together and release the shoulders down the back. Nice and long through the sides of your neck. Nice and steady with your breath. Keep hugging the muscles into the right thigh. And then when you're ready, release the hands. Take an inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Take a hold of the right wrist. Press the palm up. Exhale over to the left. So the upper body goes over to the left. The hips stay where they are. And again, breathe. And then inhale back through the center. Exhale, pull the hands down, back into prayer. Left knee forward. Left leg releases. Now come to the top of the mat. Bring the big toes to touch. Hug the legs in, keep the belly strong, the spine long. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Look up towards the thumbs, press the palms together. Exhale, swan dive the body down again, nice flat back, hands to the backs of the legs. Gaze to belly. Inhale, hands to blocks. Lift the heart halfway. Exhale, step both legs back. Drop down to your knees and sit down onto your heels. We're gonna have a look at Chaturanga position. So what I want you to do is you're gonna put one of your blocks to the side and we're gonna bring the other block into the middle of the mat. So this is what we're gonna lower the chest onto. So we're on our knees and then we're gonna come forward onto our hands. We got the index finger pointing forward or the middle finger. Now, I want you to feel that the backs of the arms roll back towards each other and you can feel this activation through the side body, right? So we're nice and strong and the front of the chest is broad. Now walk the knees back just a little bit more, keep the knees on the ground. Now you're going to shift the hips forward and start to lower the upper body down. And you'll feel the block. And then press yourself back up. Okay? So that is our first step to Chaturanga position. Nice and long through the whole of the spine. Tailbone is reaching back towards the heels. Don't stick the bum out because otherwise we lose the core of the body and everything sinks into the lower back or the chest. So again, hands directly below the shoulders. Draw the tailbone slightly under, nice and strong through the core. Broad through the collarbones and the front chest. Exhale, elbows move back, lower down onto the block. And then press yourself back up. Okay? We're going to do that 2 more times. So again, tailbone is reaching back, collarbones broad. Elbows move back, exhale, lower. Press yourself back up. Okay, again, exhale, lower. Inhale, press up. One more time, exhale, lower. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, release into child's pose. We're going to take the block away, okay? So, hands come forward, index or middle finger points forward, but you're wrapping the backs of the arms, the triceps back. Okay, so we're not having the elbows go out to the side, we are wrapping them back. And again, broad through the collarbones, tailbone reaches back towards the heels, strong activation through the core of the body. Inhale here, exhale, lower yourself down all the way onto the mat. Now collarbones stay broad. We're going to press the tops of the feet into the mat, hug the elbows close, lift the chest up, so using the spine muscles, activate the quadriceps as well, so active through the legs, press firm into the feet. Keeping the elbows close, collarbones broad, and then exhale to lower. Again, inhale, press down through the hands, elbows reach back behind, lift the chest up, active through the legs, and exhale to lower. Curl the toes under, press the bum back towards your heels and rest yourself back down into child's pose. And just taking a few breaths here. And then inhale, lifting the head, walking the hands back, sitting down onto your heels, sitting the spine nice and tall. So dropping the right ear towards the right shoulder, stretching in that side of your neck. Breathe in. And then tucking the chin in towards the chest. Taking the left ear towards the left shoulder. And again, keep relaxing the shoulders. Don't force the head down. Just let gravity assist. And breathe in. Inhale, use the left hand to bring the head back up through the center. And then I want you to bring your hands together, okay? And we're just gonna start to just roll through the wrists. Almost like we're making a circle. And then we're gonna clasp the hands the opposite way, and then we're gonna move the opposite way. And then I want you to squeeze your wrist, your right wrist with your left hand. And then squeeze the left wrist with the right. Now we're going to bring the right arm under the left arm. So we're going to cross just a little bit beyond the elbows. Don't worry if you can't get there. You can bring the hands, the back of the hands together, or you can bring the palms of the hands together. I want you to lift the elbows off the chest, press the elbows forward. Now, when you do that and you're pressing the elbows forward, you can feel the back of the spine wake up a little bit, so it's nice and broad as the shoulder blades move away from each other. And then we're going to slowly pull them back, lift the chest up, and then we're going to drop the hands over to the left. You're going to feel that in the left shoulder. So the forearms drop to the left. And then inhale back through the center. And then we're going to swap sides. So left arm under the right, backs of the hands together or palms together. Lifting the elbows away from the chest so you're broad across the back of the spine. You can feel that in the whole upper back. And breathe in. Pull the shoulders back and then bring the arms, so the forearms now start to move to the right, and it feels a little uncomfortable, but it gives the shoulders a good stretch. And then inhale back through the center. Exhale, release the hands. Roll the shoulders back 3 times. And then interlace the fingers behind the back. If you can't get the hands, take a hold of the elbows, draw the chest nice and open. So you want to feel like you're getting a good stretch into the pecs. Now, if you've got the hands interlaced, you're going to pull the arms back and off the back. At the same time, resist the urge to arch the spine. Instead, pull the pubic bone to the navel, okay? And really engage the core of the body as the arms reach back. And then release the hands, release the shoulders, roll them back. One more time. Okay, we're going to take the legs out in front of us. We're going to come into a very simple twist. So lying down on our back. Hug the knees to the chest. Drop the feet down. Now press into the feet, lift the hips slightly and take the hips to the left, and then let the knees fall to the right. Left arm can come out into a cactus shape. Now, if the left shoulder doesn't reach the floor, then you can take one of your blocks, place it in between the thighs or underneath that right leg. And just take a good 3 breaths here. And then inhale back through to center with the legs, back through with the hips, and then press into the feet, elevate the hips ever so slightly. It's just to literally shift them over to the right edge of the mat, knees close to body, and then let the knees fall to the left. And right arm can come out into that cactus shape. And then inhale back through to center. Again, hug the knees close to the body. And then we're going to release the legs down and we're going to come into rest pose. Take the hands a little bit away from the body, take the legs as wide as the mat, and just allow the eyes to close and settle down. If you don't feel comfortable closing the eyes, you don't have to do that. You could just find a spot on the ceiling to focus on. Oh, take a big sigh out of just being still and quiet. Letting go of the breath, letting go of any expectation. And just releasing into this moment. And then when you're ready, just starting to animate and move the fingers and toes, circle the ankles, circle the wrists. And take a big inhale, reach and stretch the whole body. And then as you exhale, bend the knees, roll yourself over to the right side. And just take a breath there. And then slowly come up to your seat. So, thank you so much for joining me for practice today. I hope this has helped you. I hope it's helped you with your warrior 3 positions, your warrior 2 and warrior 1. And Yeah, and just giving you a little bit of guidance so that you can move through this practice a little bit more informed about how to flow through the rest of the series. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to see you in the next class. Have fun.